Every year on March 17th, millions of people around the world celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It's a day filled with parades, green beer, shamrocks, and tales of a man who supposedly drove out all the snakes out of Ireland. But who was St. Patrick? Was he a real historical figure, or just a legend woven from myth? And did he actually banish snakes, convert pagans, and bring Christianity to Ireland? Or is the truth far more complicated? Let's separate fact from fiction as we uncover the real story behind Ireland's most famous saint. And if you're a fan of historical mysteries like this, click that subscribe button to keep up with our future releases. The first question we have to ask is, did St. Patrick actually exist? The short answer, yes, but not exactly as the legend tells us. What we know about him comes from two surviving documents, his Confessio and the letter to the soldiers of Cordicus. These writings suggest that St. Patrick was a real historical figure, though much of what we think we know about him was added centuries later. According to his own writings, Patrick was not Irish at all. He was actually born in Roman Britain, possibly around the late 4th or early 5th century CE. His real name? Likely Maewyn Succat, not Patrick. His life changed forever when, as a teenager, he was kidnapped by Irish raiders and sold into slavery. For 6 years, he was forced to herd sheep in Ireland, enduring harsh conditions. But during this time, he claimed he found his faith, and according to legend, he had a vision from God telling him to escape. One night he fled on foot to find a ship back to Britain. He made it home, but his journey wasn't over yet. Back in Britain, Patrick became a priest, then a bishop, but something drew him back to Ireland, a dream or divine calling, according to legend. So he returns not as a slave, but as a missionary, with the goal of converting the Irish people to Christianity. Over the years, Patrick is credited with establishing churches, schools, and monasteries throughout Ireland, baptizing thousands of pagans and druids, using the shamrock to explain the Christian Holy Trinity, and writing letters condemning the mistreatment of Christian converts. But how much of this is historical fact, and how much is legend? Much of what we think we know about St. Patrick was written centuries after his death. Over time, his story became myth, blending real history with folklore. Let's separate fact from fiction. Did St. Patrick drive the snakes out of Ireland? The famous banishing the snake story is almost certainly a myth. There's no evidence that Ireland ever had snakes. It's too cold for them. Most historians believe this story is symbolic, representing how Patrick drove out pagan religions and replaced them with Christianity. Did he convert all of Ireland? While Patrick was influential, he wasn't the only missionary in Ireland. Christianity had already begun spreading before his arrival. He likely helped accelerate the conversion process, but he wasn't solely responsible for it. So, if some of these stories aren't true, how did Patrick become so legendary? After his death, likely around 461 CE, his reputation grew. Over the next few centuries, Irish monks preserved and expanded his story, blending it with older Celtic traditions. By the 7th century, he was considered Ireland's patron saint. By the medieval period, March 17th was celebrated as St. Patrick's feast day. Over time, Irish immigrants took St. Patrick's Day to the world, leading to the modern celebrations we know today. So did St. Patrick really exist? The answer is yes, but not as the legend tells us. He was a real historical figure, a former slave turned missionary who played a major role in spreading Christianity in Ireland. But the miracles, the snakes, and some of the grander tales, likely later additions designed to elevate his status and make him a symbol of Irish identity. Still, his legacy endures, and today, he remains one of history's most iconic religious figures. From slave to saint, St. Patrick's story is one of resilience, faith, and transformation. Whether you see him as a historical figure, a legend, or a mix of both, one thing is certain: his legacy shaped Ireland forever. So what do you think? Was St. Patrick a real hero, or was his legend exaggerated over time? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and never stop seeking the truth. Thank you for watching.